Welcome to the Million Pound Mission Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Shively, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and I'm on a 1 million pound mission. Now, I've personally lost over 100 pounds, and I've applied what I've learned from my own transformation journey to help my hometown clients lose over 35,000 pounds in just 5 years. Now I'm on a mission to produce over 1 million pounds of results by delivering my best weekly tips, motivation, inspirational stories, and transformation strategies so that you can gain clarity about what you need to do to reach your goals and give you the confidence to take action. And the perfect time to start taking action is right now. So let's do this.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission Podcast. It's your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude. How's it going out there in podcast land? I'm excited to bring this one to you. It's episode number 161. Let go of your weight gain guilt. This is a heavy hitter topic that we're going to dive into here momentarily. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about our sponsor for this episode, Four Sigmatic mushrooms, people. I know a lot of you are like, oh, mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. These are delicious mushrooms. They are flavored with deliciousness and magic. I made up that last part. So I've been on a hot streak with my my promo reels here this month. And today I want to tell you a little bit about chaga. I use the chaga extract midday. Chaga has been shown to help with immune system boosting. So anytime like my kids come home with that that stuff that's like running out of the corners of their eyes and their nose, I'm like, all right, I got to chaga up a little bit and boost that immune system. And I just mix it in, put a little coconut oil in there for some sweet flavor and hot water, and it is delicious. So that's one of my mixes, especially when I feel like I need to put up a little bit of a force field with my immune system. So chaga, that's CHAGA, and check it out at www.foursigmatic.com. That's FOURSIGMATIC.com. Foursigmatic.com. You can enter the promo code MPM as in million pound mission. Million pound mission. Did it sound like I added a D at the end there, like million? Millionpoundmission.com. And that will get you 15% off. And just enjoy it. Let me know what you think of the Four Sigmatic products. All right, let's dive in. This is episode number 161. Let go of your weight gain guilt. So this ever happened to you? Because it happens to me all the time as a fitness professional, where I will help somebody out. You know, they come to my gym, or they happens a lot at the gym with the local scene, because people have to like see me face to face. Where I've helped people lose like 100 pounds, and goes really well. Obviously, we rock that out, and then something happens. Life happens. That crash and burn happens. They start to gain weight back, and then I just don't see them. And I check in, emails, get crickets back, no response. And a lot of it, I know, because I've talked to people, I've brought people out of this. It's really hard to bring people out of this. That's why I'm podcasting on it. But people get into this weight gain guilt where they feel like, oh, I've let Adam down. I've let my coach down. I've gained weight, and they feel that guilt, and they feel that like, They come up with this really not great idea of, I've lost 100 pounds. Adam helped me lose 100 pounds. His team helped me lose 100 pounds. I've put 30 back on. I've got to get that 30 back off before I face him again, or I can't go back in there. And this is like the conversation people actually have, whether, it happens online. But again, it happens a lot with, not a lot, but it happens more than I like it to happen with the in-person in my fitness studio. So I know a lot of you deal with this, where you get a coach or you do a boot camp and you get some great results. For whatever reason, you lose a little bit of momentum, you gain some weight back, and then you have that guilt of you've let somebody down. You've let the program down, you let your friends down, you let your coach down, maybe you let yourself down, or your accountability partners, and you feel like you need to kind of get things fixed on your own. And this is one of those times where the saying, like, if it's to be, it's up to me, that's wrong. Because with this, like, you didn't do it by yourself the first time, and now that the momentum is going in the wrong direction, and it's even harder than before, this is when you absolutely have to ditch the weight gain guilt, plug back in, and just get over it and start making progress again. So I've got 5 questions that I want you to ask yourself, And then I've got 4 action steps that I want to have you use to ignite and reignite your momentum. All right. So 5 questions to ask yourself. First one is, what was working well for you before the crash and burn happened? So really quickly with this one, I will describe something that I use a lot. It's a tool that I call the black hole of fitness doom. It's a scenario. Everybody goes through it. I want you to imagine a circle. There are 4 parts to the circle. The top part of the circle is when we start something new. All right, we're excited. We're like, I'm going paleo. I'm doing keto. I'm doing Weight Watchers. I'm doing CrossFit. I got a personal trainer. I'm doing a boot camp, P90X, whatever. You start something new. The right side of the circle is we get initial results because we have started something new. It's a new stimulus. We have momentum. Momentum is on our side, and it's awesome. Then the bottom of the circle is what I call the life happens moment. That's where our danger zones rear their ugly head, whether it's stress or your schedule changes, an injury happens, boredom, whatever. Life happens. You aren't ready for that danger zone, and that leads to the left side of the circle, the crash and burn. We go right back to where we started, and we go around and around and around, wearing out our willpower, making it harder each time, mentally and physically, that we go through this process, and we start to give up little bit by little bit. So the first question is, what was working well for you before the crash and burn happened? So you plugged into something and you started getting some momentum, some results. What was that? Or what was the thing that you felt like you had the most momentum with? All right, just think about that. That's the first question to start to self-analyze with here in this situation. The second question is, what was the life happens moment that caused the crash and burn? So think back to the last time, if you're in this situation now, you're feeling that weight gain guilt. What was that danger zone that popped up that it sideswiped you and you weren't ready for it? Maybe it was a vacation. We're in the middle of the summer right now. A lot of vacations going on. Big time danger zone for people where they go on vacation and they don't come back to the gym for months. And when they come back, they've got a lot of weight back on if they do make it back. So that weight gain guilt scenario could be happening right now because of a vacation. So what was that life happens moment that caused the crash and burn? That's the second question that you need to think about. Now, the third question is, what was your initial goal that you had set out to achieve in the first place? So what was that initial goal that got you fired up? Like, I'm going to do this program because I want to achieve this goal. What was that? All right, the next question, you probably know what it is. What is the why behind that goal? So why is that goal still important to you? All right, that's super important because as we know, maybe your goal was to drop 20 pounds. Well, why is that important? Because that's what's going to get you re-engaged. All right, fifth question that I want you to ask yourself is, who are the people that were supporting you the most when your momentum was strong? So who was holding you accountable? Who was supporting you? Who was giving you positive momentum? Maybe it was a coach, maybe it was a group of friends, maybe it was an online community, but who were those people? I need you to identify those people. So we're starting to put the pieces back together. All right, so those are the 5 questions. Real quick recap on those. What was working well for you before the crash and burn? Number 2, what was the life happens moment, that danger zone that caused the crash and burn? Number 3, what was your initial goal that you had set out to achieve that had you fired up in the first place? Number 4, why is that goal still important to you? And number 5, who are the people that were supporting you during your momentum period? When that momentum was strong, who was helping you build that momentum up? All right. Now, 4 action steps that we need to, again, like you can just listen to those questions and think about them as you're driving. If you're out riding your bike or walking, exercising, or whatever, you can be kind of mentally going through those questions, those 5 questions. Now it's time to take action. So the first action step is, I want you to think about what you have learned from this experience that you can use to be better prepared the next time you face this danger zone. So let's say it was vacation that sideswiped you. You weren't ready. And now it's been a while since you've been back with your personal trainer. You have gained 20 pounds. Maybe you'd lost 50. Now you gained back 20. You aren't answering their phone calls. They're checking emails. And you've got weight gain guilt. All right. So first action step is analyze what have you learned from this experience and how can you be better prepared the next time that you face this danger zone again. So obviously, a great answer to the vacation situation is you got to make sure that you have things scheduled and have a plan mapped out for right when you get back in town. You just plug right back into that so it's as easy as possible. Very low decision fatigue. Just jump right back in. You plug back in. All right, that's an example. So that's the first action step. Second action step is plug back in with the people that were providing you with the most support. So if that was a group of friends, check in with them. If that was a trainer, answer their emails. I feel like people, when this weight gain guilt thing happens, they assume that like I am disappointed in them, that I hate them. Like this is what I have real conversations with people. I'm like, all right, let's step back. I want to get in your head. What were you thinking? You know, I bring people out of the situation and I like to reverse engineer it so I know how to handle these situations. And they tell me like, I thought that you would hate me because I gained weight back. I thought you were disappointed in me. And really, I just want to get my hands on people and help them. And I guarantee you that if you had a trainer or a coach or a group of people that were helping you, they feel that same way. They just want to help you. All right. So they don't hate you. They aren't disappointed in you. They were there for you before. They will be there for you again. All right. So reach out and plug into those people. All right. Very important. So even if just an email, you know, or if they've been emailing you, just, you know, like I have email. I check in with some people every month. Like, hey, I haven't heard from you. It's been 6 months. You know, you're somebody that I care about, somebody that I want results from. That you know, I've had results with you in the past. I'd love to help you again. You know, the conversations are all different, but the general theme is let's just get back to work, right? I don't care what shape you're in. I don't care, you know, what's going through your head. Let's just plug back in because you are worth it. All right. And like the worst thing ever is when people just don't even email back. And I know that people see those emails and they're just beating themselves up in their head. And then it gets awkward because it's like, oh, I didn't email back the last time. It's been 6 months and it gets weird. Just let go of the weirdness. Just reach out. Just reach out. Because when people do that to me, it makes my day. All right. Straight up makes my day. Somebody's like, hey, listen, sorry. I was being kind of weird there. I was in my own head. I get it. You know, I get it. And so does your coach. So does your peer group, your support group. I guarantee you they will get it. So reach out to them, plug back in. Third action step. Let's see, plug back into the program that was working well. So the thing that was working, let's get back to that, you know, and you know how hard it's going to be. And you know that's going to take some focus. It's going to take some dedication. But again, the good news is you're worth it, friends. That's the deal is like it was working before. It wasn't the program that stopped working. It was just that life situation that you weren't quite ready for. So let's give that program a little bit more of a shot. Maybe the next 28-day cycle, we plug back into that and get it going again. That's the third thing. And number 4, this is the biggest one. You have to stop blaming and shaming both yourself and anybody else and just get started. So stop blaming and shaming yourself, saying like, "Oh, I've done this, and I'm feeling this guilty thing, and I've got to get back to my baseline before I go back to my coach." Because and then people start getting this story going in their head of, "Oh, my coach hates me, so screw him, man. I hate him, and he's a jerk." And I've reverse engineered these conversations that people have in their head, and I know that they happen. And we just get this story going strong. And so we have to quit blaming and shaming ourselves. We have to quit blaming and shaming other people that are involved. And we just have to get started, right? Because all that stuff, it's just negativity. It doesn't get us anywhere. And we don't start until we start. And so let's just start, right? And that's what we got to do. So quick recap on the action steps. Again, number 1, what have you learned from this experience? Analyze that. And how can you be better prepared the next time you face this danger zone? So you have to come up with some sort of an action step there. Number 2, plug back in with the people that were providing you with the most support before. Number 3, plug back into the program that was working well before. Step number 4, stop blaming and shaming both yourself and anyone else and just get started. Because that, my friends, that's how we get out there. That's how we own it. Every meal, every workout, every day. I will see you on the next episode. All right, I hope you enjoyed that episode as much as I did. I want to take a couple more minutes and tell you about my Million Pound Mission Bootcamp. We are launching soon. You can get all of the details on our website, millionpoundmission.com. We are incorporating every component of my amazing results formula, and I've produced something that I think will blow you away. It's unlike any other online challenge or bootcamp program that you've ever seen. And it, like I said, it incorporates all the key components that always produce amazing results for the people that I get to work with. We've got our nutrition formula. You get to pick between our classic clean eating plan, our paleo plan, our intermittent fasting plan, or our keto plan. We've got a great workout regimen dialed in where some follow along videos day by day by day. We've got some goal setting that you're going to do with your fitness. We've got a weekly topical course that I'm going to walk you through week by week and do strategic thinking about all the things that tend to mess us up, those things that tend to drag us back. After we build some momentum, we hit one of those life happens moments and we fall back and crash and burn. No more crash and burns, my friends. I'm going to solve that for you with my Push 56 course component of this online bootcamp. And of course, we've got accountability. Several of you have the option to upgrade your bootcamp and get a one-on-one daily accountability coach. Otherwise, we have group accountability with our private Facebook page. So many awesome things. I can't sit here and get it all in a 2-minute post roll, but I'm just psyched about this. My goal is to do 1,000 pounds of results in 8 weeks, and I want you to be a part of that. So head on over to millionpoundmission.com, look for the Million Pound Mission Bootcamp information, and get plugged in. Let's do this.